Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 5th president of Cuyahoga Community College, Dr. Michael A. Baston.
I have to tell you, what a wonderful day to be in Cleveland. What an awesome experience. And I am so proud and so grateful that you could come here today. Hadn't this been amazing? As I look at your faces today, I'm humbled and I'm grateful. Humbled that so many of you have chosen to be here today. Humbled to be part of such an incredible institution with such a bright and purposeful future. Grateful for the faith that you have placed in me to lead this institution forward. Grateful for the privilege of being the 5th president of Cuyahoga Community College. To our Board of Trustees, our faculty, our staff, and the students we work so hard to serve, thank you. To the generation of alumni, elected officials, business, and community leaders, thank you. I am so excited that our chancellor could be here, our mayor could be here, our former mayor could. Let's give them a hand, all, please. The leaders of community colleges around the world, Dr. Bumpus. Let's give him a hand. And the American Association of Community College Trustees, Jae Hong Lee. Let's give him a hand. Our Ohio Association of Community Colleges, Jack Hershey is here. Let's give him a hand. We have presidents and delegates from around the country. Will all the presidents and delegates please stand that we might acknowledge you now? Please stand. Let's give them a hand. They're from Washington State and Texas and Florida and South Carolina and New York and Georgia and right here in the great state of Ohio. And I've been so honored to partner with so many. And one of the people that urged me to seriously consider this opportunity, she's my neighbor next door and my sister from another mister, as she would say as well. And she is the president of Lorain County Community College. Let's give a hand for Marsha Ballinger. Yes, Marsha. Come on, stand up, Marsha. You can see the resemblance, right? I've got some Aspenites in here, too, that came from around the country. All the Aspenites, we thank you as well. You know, what wonderful shoulders to stand on. And to each of Tri-C's former presidents who are here, Dr. Alex Johnson and Dr. Jerry Sue Thornton, and also the children of our first president, Dr. Chapman. Let's give them a hand again, please. To all of you that have given me and my wife such a warm welcome here in this college and this community, we thank you. And I'd like to thank all those who contributed to planning today's event and all the celebratory events leading up today. They did a marvelous job. Let's give them a hand. The planning has been amazing. To my family and friends who traveled to be here with me today, would you please stand? My family is right here in the center. Come on, stand up. Look at all my family. Look at my family. I thank you for your unconditional love, your support for being here to celebrate with me today. And they came not only from New York, but also from Virginia, West Virginia. You name it, they got here all the way to make it here. And as you saw in the little clip there, two special women in my life could not be here today with me in person because they now rest in paradise. They, more than most, deserve the credit for helping me become the man I am today. My mother, Gwendolyn Baston, showed me, come on, give a hand to my mama. Oh, if I could be that size again. I'm talking about the stroller, not. My mother, Gwendolyn Baston, showed me the meaning of unfailing and enduring unconditional love. So she made me who I am in so many ways. And then there is my brilliant, resourceful, and loving grandmother, Dorothy Baston. Her wit, her wisdom, her love, and her kindness continues to inspire me each and every day. My mom and dad could not be here today. My dad is under medical care, and the doctors felt that travel at this time wasn't the best. But they're watching from their home in Woodbridge, New Jersey. I was blessed to have them with us last year when I took over the helm of Tri-C. They were here, and we've been trying to make them Clevelanders. We were able to get them to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We got them to a Cavs game. And we'll get them to a Guardians game this summer, particularly if the Yankees come back to play here in Ohio. But right now, just for a moment, I want to speak to my dad. I know how much you wanted to be here today. And I want you to know that you have always shown up for me every day of my life. You are our North Star, and I am very proud to be your son. I'm very proud of the many sacrifices that you made to give me and my brother Lamar a fighting chance to make a difference in this world. When I stand here, I don't stand on my own strength. I stand with a great sense of honor, knowing that I am loved and cared for by an amazing father and a wonderful family. And I want you to know, Daddy, right now, that all these people here with me are looking forward to making sure you get back here to Cleveland for those games. And to Mama Laverne, you hug him right now because he probably needs a hug right now. But you also are amazing and tremendous. When my mom passed away, and it was such a hard thing, I worried very much about my father, because I'm the oldest. My brother worried too, but I'm the oldest. But he found an amazing woman to walk down the lane of life with, and I'm grateful to have her as my mom as well. I also want to introduce to some and present to others the joy and love of my life. My wife, Tasha Baston. Would you please stand so everybody can see you? Come on, stand up so we can celebrate my boo-boo. When I was thinking about all the different pictures that I could show, these are the two that really meant so much to me. It's wonderful to have a professional persona. However, having a loving companion you enjoy being with and sharing life with is much more important. I married my best friend, and anyone who knows me and ever wonders why I'm always happy, they can point to my wife as a powerful reason for my joy. I'm grateful for you, darling, and I'm grateful to walk down the lane of life with you, and I'm grateful knowing that I'm better because of every day you're in my life. One more time, Tasha Baston. It is a great pleasure to stand before you today in the wonderful city of Cleveland, Ohio. This city has a rich history of inspiring stories of the purposeful pursuit of passion, perseverance, and progress. Cleveland has a legacy of industrial strength and innovation, which has made it the hub for manufacturing and shipping and transportation. From the rise of the steel mills to the development of the aviation industry, Cleveland has played a vital role in shaping the modern world. But what makes Cleveland unique is not just its industrial past, but the resilience and determination of its people. Our city and our region are on the rise. We have a thriving arts and culture scene, a growing technology sector, and a vibrant downtown. Our region is home to some of the world's most innovative medical research institutions, and we are leading the way in developing sustainable energy solutions. Cleveland is on the rise. Our honored past has provided a foundation for the region to build, and we are using that foundation to create a bright and prosperous future for generations to come. And that is why our inaugural theme is so appropriate, celebrating legacy while building momentum. Since its founding in 1963, 60 years ago, Tri-C has provided accessible, affordable, and high-quality education to the people of Cleveland and its surrounding communities. September 23rd marked the first day of classes at the first community college in Ohio's history. It was the culmination of an effort involving many community members over the span of years, an effort shaped by Dr. Charles Chapman, who arrived in Cleveland from California, tasked with building a college from the ground up amid an era of change and turmoil. Here's how Dr. Chapman recalled the beginning of Tri-C.
That Cleveland Press picture that was in the paper showing the students who came to register at the old Brownell building, and to see them strung out around the building, and you could not see the end of them. There were 4 or 5 abreast. That was inspiring.
It was a time when America was forced to examine many institutional beliefs about race. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed the following year, but the struggle for equal rights and racial equity persisted in the face of opposition, a struggle that continues to this day. At the same time, young people went off to fight a war in Vietnam. Only decades later would we properly recognize the sacrifices made by those who served. This was the world of Tri-C in its first decade under Dr. Chapman. He succeeded in bringing together Northeast Ohioans of different races, ethnicities, backgrounds to build the foundation of a college community that thrived despite the turmoil surrounding it. Dr. Chapman paved the way for Dr. Nolan Ellison in 1974. Tri-C's second president faced a declining national economy, the effects of which were magnified locally. He and the courageous faculty and staff began developing our first one college concept. Here's what Dr. Ellison said.
When I arrived in 1974, the downtown or metropolitan campus where we are today had been accredited by the North Central Accrediting Association. The western campus of the college district and the eastern campus expected to go through a separate autonomous accreditation. After meeting with the faculty and the staff of the college, the decision was made that we should be a single college with purposes expressed in these different campuses, but all part of a common purpose. And that was the decision that was made, and that's how we proceeded. That was a right decision.
Dr. Ellison had a vision for the college as an agent for systemic change. He saw Tri-C as a critical lifeline for Cleveland and Northeast Ohio. The college would partner with business and industry to develop workforce training to reskill thousands of Northeast Ohio residents. And at a time when manual labor jobs were beginning to intersect with computers and technology, Tri-C would develop a new generation of manufacturing workers, helping Cleveland reclaim its standing as a manufacturing hub. Then in 1992, the baton was passed to Dr. Jerry Sue Thornton. Dr. Thornton helped to build the college's solid legacy of leadership. Take a listen of her remarks.
Well, fascinating to me when I arrived is that the legacy of leadership was so great. And so I knew I had a wonderful foundation to build on. Great faculty, great staff, and certainly students who were interested and wanting to participate and eager to learn and eager to be part of the community. And the most beautiful part of it, they stayed in the community and made the contribution back to the community. So the formula was right. The mission, vision, and values really fit with my own leadership and what I wanted to accomplish. And it became a foundation for me to work with faculty and staff in taking it to the next level.
And as you've heard, in her 21 years of leadership, Dr. Thornton presided over a technological revolution at the college. Chalkboards and overhead projectors were replaced by desktop computers, then laptops, tablets, and even smartphones. Under Dr. Thornton, Tri-C saw the development and expansion of its online course offerings, and it was a major advancement for educational access, but not without its challenges. Unequal access to reliable internet access, now known as the digital divide, ushered in a new era of socioeconomic inequities. Dr. Thornton oversaw marked growth in student enrollment, academic courses, and workforce training programs and facilities, adding 2 corporate colleges, the West Shore campus and Brunswick University Center. Let's give her a hand for all her great work. Dr. Alex Johnson became president in 2013, intensifying the focus on access and completion and wanting an even deeper connection to the community. Here's what he had to say.
I wanted to see a greater community engagement, and we've been able to do that through our access centers and some of our other initiatives. I wanted students of color and those economically disadvantaged to feel the power and the value of a Tri-C education and to take pride in their experience here. And we've accomplished that even though we have more work to do.
Come on, let's give him a hand for all his great work. In the spring of 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic gripped the country. And Dr. Johnson led an unprecedented migration of class materials and services online in weeks. He also launched initiatives to re-enroll students who stopped out due to pandemic hardships by removing financial and situational barriers. Under his leadership, graduation rates increased dramatically. So as you can see, my friends, I am privileged to stand on the shoulders of these giants whose dreams and perseverance have shown us, and the more than 1 million students who have passed through Tri-C's doors, that the promise of a better future is possible. In only 60 years, they built this college from one location in downtown Cleveland to 4 campuses and 12 locations throughout Cuyahoga County and the Brunswick University Center in Medina County. Today, we celebrate the legacy of these leaders. And I would also like to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the faculty and staff and students who have contributed to the growth and development of our college throughout the years. Let's give them a hand. Your efforts have helped to create a vibrant and dynamic learning environment that fosters innovation, creativity, and intellectual curiosity. But I believe the best way we can honor their labor is to build on their momentum. What does that mean to build momentum in this 6th decade? First, we must believe everyone in our region needs the skills to succeed. We imagine a future in which every citizen, regardless of where they live, is educated and supported to enter a career where they can earn what they need to care for their family, a future where their children can grow and prosper right here in Northeast Ohio. Now, to do this, we believe that all students should be on a pathway to a credential of value that supports their personal, career, and economic aspirations, and also aligns with the economic development goals of our region. We know 1/3 of Cleveland residents right now live in poverty, that Northeast Ohio retains 47% of its graduates, and across industries in Northeast Ohio, over 50,000 good jobs remain vacant, straining our economic future. And only 19% of Northeast Ohio's workforce comprises Black and Hispanic employees. We know that if we can serve the people most in need by providing accessible, flexible education in industries vital to our region and connect them to life-changing work, we can create inclusive prosperity for all people in Northeast Ohio. Over the years, the impact of Tri-C has been far-reaching and can be seen in the lives of the students we've served. Many of our graduates have gone on to pursue successful careers, start their own businesses, and contribute to the economic development of our region. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, and entrepreneurs. And they all have one thing in common: Tri-C helped them get there. The impact of Cuyahoga Community College goes beyond individual students and is not limited to the workforce alone. We have been instrumental in developing the community and providing a skilled workforce critical to the success of local businesses and organizations. As a pillar of the community, Tri-C has enabled personal and professional growth for people from diverse backgrounds, whether through our adult education programs, cultural events, or community outreach. Our efforts have inspired and provided hope to many. Tri-C has always been a gateway to higher education for countless individuals who have been otherwise unable to pursue a college degree. Tri-C has made it possible for many to achieve their dream of obtaining a college education. We have been a catalyst of growth and innovation, driving economic development and rejuvenating neighborhoods. We have much to be proud of. And yet, come on, be proud. And yet, there's still much to do. As a candidate for president, I made 3 promises: a commitment to building an effective community college, a commitment to expanding the college's reach and influence, and a commitment to properly purposed leadership. How will we build a more effective community college? To provide greater clarity around career pathways and ensure better student outcomes, Tri-C will transition to an academic community model shaped in part by the structures of our university partners. We will ensure that the successful centers of excellence we currently have will be extended so that all students will be in a center of excellence. This will provide a more coherent approach to programs of study and clarify how non-degree credentials and programs align with degree programs to form stepping stones to career or degree attainment. We will implement checkpoints throughout the student's journey to provide academic and personal support to improve student outcomes. We will make investments to provide each credit-seeking student with a student success team. And Tri-C has already made great strides in this area, but we will continue to expand this work. And we will focus on non-traditional learners, many impacted by the changing economic landscape, particularly the working class, the underemployed, the unemployed, who we need to get into this regional economy. How will we expand the reach and influence of our college? As business and industry resets, higher education too must reset by aligning academic programs with emerging labor market demands and intensifying business, industry, and community partnerships. We can and must be the engines of economic mobility and workforce innovation for our community. We must embrace a next generation of community college model that organizes student experiences around milestones, including connecting skills to our programs, embedding career readiness across the educational experience, and develop strategic and structural partnerships. We must also engage today's adult learners through alternative credentials and accelerated programs, program flexibility, and expanded opportunities online. When we say that this college will be for everyone, this college will be for everyone. And how do we commit to properly purposed leadership? We are properly purposed when our core values are demonstrated in our actions. We will ensure that a commitment to inclusive excellence is front and center in setting a higher education strategy to unlock potential and level the playing field for all. We will create multiple avenues to engage students, faculty, and staff to co-create efforts to develop equity-focused reforms throughout the student experience. Everything we do will be value-centered, student-focused, and purpose-driven. As the community's college, Tri-C will be a catalyst for change in Northeast Ohio. We will create more vibrant communities by moving people from economic fragility to economic mobility through education and training for in-demand and well-paying jobs. Today, I will add a 4th promise, a commitment to post-college success. At its core, this will be the focus of my presidency, what I hope one day may be my legacy. Every student who comes through our doors will leave with an education and a path to a better life for themselves and their families. As I have said, this will require embedding career readiness experiences in all courses and clearly articulating the real-world skills students will acquire, helping them select courses and convey their skills to employers. And to hold ourselves accountable, we will establish measurable student success targets and track graduate employment and earnings. And we will measure our success not by numbers of students or degrees conferred, but by how much someone's life was improved by their time at Tri-C. You can have all the degrees in the world, but if your children are hungry, you can have all the degrees in the world, and if your family is not progressing, if you can't afford the communities that you want to live in, if you can't raise your children the way you want to raise them, you can have all the degrees. But we want folks to have purpose, that we're going to put purpose first, and we're going to let that purpose move them forward. Under my watch, Tri-C will continue to be a beacon light as it has been for the past 60 years. The college's 60th anniversary commemorates this institution's many achievements and will set a course for the future because the work still must happen. Dr. Chapman piloted Tri-C through an era of systematic prejudice, class, and racial inequity. We've made progress as a society since those days. But students of color and those from less advantaged backgrounds continue to struggle to make ends meet, to stay in college, to earn a degree. We still have work to do. Dr. Ellison envisioned Tri-C as a key cog in the workforce training machine that would bring Northeast Ohio back from economic decline. Yet a large portion of Cleveland continues to live in poverty while good-paying jobs go unfilled. We still have work to do. Dr. Thornton captained a technology revolution that brought computers into the classroom and education online, and yet the pandemic showed us that many of our residents still couldn't access online education. We still have work to do. Dr. Johnson achieved remarkable increases in persistence and graduation rates, but even if one student stops out before achieving a degree or certificate, we still have work to do. I'm persuaded, my friends, that together we can make a difference. I'm persuaded because there are people in this room that will band together and work together and struggle together to help everyone in Northeast Ohio live their dreams and to be who they were meant to be. Their dreams are our dreams, and we will not let them die. Are you going to help me? We've got to fight old fights, but we're still going to keep fighting. Will you help me? We are going to breathe new life into Northeast Ohio. Are you going to help me? We are going to continue to put our students first, put our people first, put our city first, put our county first, put our community first. Come on, give a hand for everybody that's going to work hard to make Tri-C this beacon and this hope on the lake. So I say to you today, my friends, and I count you all as my friends, thank you for celebrating with me. Thank you for celebrating me and my wife. And thank you for committing today to fight for every student we serve. And I can tell you this last thing. This is being taped. So we got you on camera. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless Cuyahoga Community College.